for Hawassa, playing with 3 men at the back and playing against some top players equivalent to Okutu Emmanuel and Teshome Belechu.
Very good defensive cover then for Mekhalekaya, who are playing from right to left. The feeling is now Regasa will at some point help, of course, with the defensive work, just like Binyam Bele, just like Daniel Deribi and Medhan Birhane will do as well for Hawassa, who are putting on blue. Marcos Elias and Asrat Abate, the assistant coach of the Ethiopian national team, providing Amharic commentary. All you have to do is press the language button on your remote and press 1 or 2 so you can figure how to suddenly enjoy action from Dredawa. Firmashamo is expected to be quite active through the center, but then he's up against a certain Binyam Bele. You look at today's team and you look at quality on both sides of the divide. Some of the most creative players in this league are on show today. Binyam Bele is certainly one of those. They have Wondi Magen Hailu on the other. It's a youngster looking to shine again.
Absolutely, you'd say that Binyam Bele is the unsung hero because with his speed he's terrific. He's also very good in dribbling.
Now it floats one into the area. A bit of a doubt coming in from Lawrence Latte.
Again, as I was saying, Binyam Bele, 1 against 1, he'll definitely let you down because he's very, very swift. And of course, with only 2 goals to his credit, and just trying to partner up with Okutu Emmanuel, Teshome Bilachu, and of course, now Regasa playing on the right-hand side of the attack. Adisalem Tesfai, Lawrence Latte, and Sikaseo Demamu will have to have their antennas very high up there.
Sadi Salem Tesfai throwing one forward, looking for Biruk Beyene, closely tracked by Larry Emmanuel. It's allowed to drop to the foot of Binyam Bele. It's got Teshome Belachu up front, but then he's tracked by 2, including Bekalu Genene. Floats it out wide, looking for Mesfin Tafese. Always dangerous in these kind of situations, and he's got the power as well to try and bring one through the center. Had a bit of too much power then from the youngster.
Well, he exerts a lot of gulbat because he's very swift. 1 against 1.
bringing Larry Emmanuel into central defense for today's game. He's certainly going to explain his versatility to the Mekele fans and everyone watching really here on your World of Champions. Coaches always want players. Again, a very good defensive work again from Dawit Mamo, and now there's trouble with Ephraim Ashamo trying to release Biruk Bayene and Clement Boy, and what's the entire movement?
Well, don't deal Dali with the ball. Dawit Mamo, he's a left back. He knows that there's going to be a 1v1 Tigaseo de Mamu, because you want to float that ball right over the defenders and into an area that we call the back post. It's a good header, but really did not put any power on it.
They are looking to go top. And I'll tell you what, Adisalem Tesfaye is the last player to score against St. George, who are top of the standings. Came in up 2-1. It is one of the few games that have seen the Ugandan international Charles Lukwago concede. A big centre-half goal. Okutu. Adisu Atula. Genenao Regasa. Returning in there is off Mesfi Interface, contributing defensively. A bit of flair through the centre as well from Ondimagen Hailu. Dawit. Under pressure from Biruk Bayene, and suddenly not managing to bring on through. Okutu Emmanuel was one of those waiting for possession, just like Teshome Belachi.
Well, it's all about managing the game, because this is a defense force. They will keep on running, they'll keep on coming at you, they will keep on bringing those crosses. And therefore, at times, Hawassa need to just manage the game and slow it down whenever possible. But again, activate the attack whenever they're in good positioning.
Mario Emmanuel almost gave it away. He'll be very lucky. That came off the hand of Medhane Birhane. Kutu Emmanuel, Larry Emmanuel. Some of the imports inside this Mekele side. Lawrence Latte, the other on the Hawassa side. So many talents being attracted to the BetKing Ethiopian Premier League. Adisu Atula trying to throw one in for Kutu Emmanuel. A bit too high and too fast, easily picked up by Muhammad Muntari. Now Medhane. Back to Wadi Salem. Interesting, I say, the goal scorer. It's a return. Now for Kutu, throws it forward. It's good defensive work from Biruksemu. Disu floating another one into the area, looking for Teshome, and that has been dropped by Muhammad Muntari. It's a foul, and suddenly Teshome Belachi was looking to trouble Muntari, and everyone was watching what was happening. Good movement though from Teshome.
It's a very good run, very good run. Good delivery of a pass right in between the two centre backs. Again, the goalkeeper comes out. Of course, Teshome is in good flight. The only person who can stop him is Mohamed Muntari. That's a 50-50 ball, because the referee, just right next to the scene of crime, feels that there was really no infringement that was done. But once you touch on the goalkeeper in that zone, then the goalkeeper will always have an advantage.
The reason Hawassa have the lead.
No one marking at the far posts, and they will blame themselves.
Very good movement then from Adi Salem Tesfaye. Just like you said, those two offside players obviously might have confused the Mekele defense, thinking the flag was eventually going to be up.
Absolutely.
They did not see the run from the big man. This is a free kick now. Well, a corner kick that has been handed to Daniel Deribe. Delivers into the area and the flag is up, suggesting that had crossed the white line and then back. Yeah, the informed side, they are the confident side, Hawassa. And you can fully understand why. You look at their statistics so far this season. And up against the Mekele team, they believe they should pick maximum points off. Mekele themselves have picked up some big wins already this season. Beating Wolkite by 3-1. Beating Adama by 1-0. On the Magen Hailo, getting into the box, looking for a return to Biruk Bayene, who had just made the run to the right of the youngster. It's a fairly balanced game, you want to think. Yet suddenly Hawassa fast out of the blocks. Kirum Hargos picked up by Bekalu Genene to Medhane now. Under pressure from Adisu Atula. Comes back to Bekalu. He's got support now with Wondi Magen Hailu. Here he is. Gets possession, spraying it out wide, looking for that run of Ephraim Ashamo. The Clement boy, alert as ever. That is what you expect from your shot stopper.
That's a good one. That's a good run again. You expect that your wide players will definitely run in between the centre back and the left back.
It's going to be real battles today. Coach Emmanuel is going to be a real handful to manage for this Hawassa side.
Closely tracked by Tsegasa Udemamu. Bit of an argument between Binyam Bele and the wall. That is Tsegasa Udemamu. A bit of a push right after clearing his lights. And Binyam is not happy. Oh, he's a small man with a big heart. Physically, he has no chance. Emama almost gave away possession to Biruk Bayene. It's been thrown forward looking for Kutu Emmanuel. And cleared anywhere really for Tsegasao Demamo. The back three has quite held fine. Not so many problems have been created by Mekele, obviously apart from the corners, which have been aerial battles. Okutu of Tsegasao does well to bring one into the box, to the edge of it to get it. Now Regasa, who is trying to bring this one down and have another chance. Okutu seemed to have been running out of an offside position. Not sure if he had a touch, that would have counted, but certainly good pressure then from the defense forces side.
I think the inclusion of Regasa in the squad has really added punch up front, because it's causing these Hawassa Ketema defenders problems.
Dropped 6 degrees already. The early kickoff was on 30. It's getting a bit cooler here in Dredawa this evening. It's just to remind you, one of the hottest regions here in Ethiopia. Legend has talked about temperatures that have gone as high as 41 degrees Celsius. Others have talked about 35. So it's a tricky situation. So look at the Ghanaians out on action today. Both goalkeepers. And Kutu Emmanuel as well. And Larry Emmanuel. A game that has 4 Ghanaians today. Everyone in Accra must be on their feet.
They must be on their feet. One of them is Saban Larry, the stopper today. On the Mekalakia side, of course, Okutu Emmanuel. Emmanuel with a small ponytail. Striking for Mekalakia. Of course, Mohamed Muntari is also one of them, and Lawrence Larte, the big stopper at Hawassa Ketema.
If you're watching from Accra, you're welcome. Your talents are doing magic here in Ethiopia. That's what it means to those that have traveled far from the south to try and support their side here in the east. Big distances. Ethiopia is quite a huge country. But that has not deterred any of the football fans making the long journeys. Some of them going as far as 10-hour journeys to come here to Dredawa to watch the BetKing Ethiopian Premier League. Very emotional ride to support your side from whatever situation they find themselves in. Teams like Fasil, who have had fans traveling all the way from Gonda. Now Okutu having a chance at the edge of that box. Not taken. Looking at statistics, 1,230 kilometers from Gonda.
That's a long distance. That is a long, long distance. I think it should be more than 12 hours ride. But again, it's all about passion. Passion. We saw the Fasil fans coming in numbers to support their team against the Ethiopian Buna yesterday. And they must have gone home disappointed because Fasil just lost 4 golden opportunities to wrap the game up.
The club president and the mayor of Gonda was here as well. Sure he flew. I'm sure he did the bus ride from Gonda through Addis all the way to Dredawa. Anyway, they were here and they lost. Pinyambele trying to bring one through the center. It's been almost miscued by Lawrence Latte. Esfintafese has a crucial touch. Comes to Wondimagen Hailu. Youngster controls it perfectly through the center. Finds his captain Daniel Deribe and then gets the return. Bekalu to Adi Salem. Medhane wants it. Continues the run out wide. It's picked up by Mesvin Tafese off Adisu Atula. Rukbayene has a touch back to Medhane Birhane. Look at how high the left back is. I want to change wings and find Ephraim Ashamo. Has just one touch, and now one Morgan Hilo has rushed into the area and goes down. The referee says penalty. Johnny Morgan Hilo made that run into the box. A good return out wide from Ephraim Ashamo. And the Kelekaya defense was called in 6s and 7s. Scored the last time out. Has now gotten himself a penalty here.
Well, it's total commitment from the youngster. Real commitment from the youngster. one of the best attacking midfielders at his age, 18 years old, and causing havoc whenever he comes up against big sides, earns himself a second penalty in this campaign.
Bayene to make it 2-0 for Hawassa up against Clement Boy. Bayene steps forward, right footed and scores. Hawassa's second, Bayene's fifth of the campaign as the party breaks out on the field. Now the two-time champions of the BetKing Ethiopian Premier League are 2-0 up against the Defense Forces side. What a day this one is starting out for the Blue Wall.
Well, it was well organized. It was well organized. And one man that they must give thanks to is one Magen Hailo. The youngster just is breaking through the three centre-backs. And I think David Mamo just putting his foot there. But stepping up, Biruk Bayene picks the right spot. He knows that the goalkeeper might go that side, so he puts a lot of power and precision for one of the goals of the moment.
Through the center, comes back to Tawit Mamo. Hargos trying to have touches through the center. That's very good defending from Daniel Deribe. Goes past Sega Saudi Mamo. He's under pressure himself from Bidiam Belay. Oh, there's more trouble for Mekele 2-0 down, still in the first half as Adiswa Tula tries to find space around Ephraim Ashamo. Ashamo doing just perfectly to come from the offensive positions and come and defend quite well.
I think what Magen Hailo have something that they talk about with Biruk Bayene. Remember, for the second time, the first time against Kofi, he created a penalty, and Biruk Bayene stepped out and scored in a game they won by 2-0. And again, he does it again today and gives Biruk Bayene another opportunity to score from a penalty spot and get his fifth goal of the league.
Just inside the Hawassa box is Dawit Mamo. Delivers. It's a good one into the area. Kutu had come in, splashed away by Muhammad Buntari. As far as Alex Tesema, Kutu is still on the ground, and Alex Tesema is trying to test the Ghanaian goalkeeper from distance as the other Ghanaian stays on the floor. Finally, the referee stopping play. Is expected to be a center of attraction every time Mekele have position, and it's tried to cause a couple of problems for Zerai Molo's backline, but none of those is really coming off.
Well, that's a lot of courage, a lot of courage from Emmanuel Okutu. We've seen over the years, those kind of balls, you don't get too close to the goalkeeper, because the goalkeeper has a decision whether you are his own player or his opponent to take you out as long as his hands get to the ball first, and Okutu must know that.
Scored 16 and conceded 12 for today's game. Let's look at that penalty again. It was Dawit Mamo who had that push on Wondi Magen Haidu, and Biruk Bayene got himself a cup of Buna against Clement Boy. And an African footballer who doesn't dance while celebrating a goal, then something is not right.
I think it's a competition of those who know how to dance better. But the four of them, they were dancing with their hands.
Yeah. Not sure what the song was. Maybe the song was Clement Boy. Ephraim Ashamo. Now it had picked it up. It comes through back to Bekalu Genene, using the out of his foot. Picked up by now Regasa now. Good pressure coming in from Mesfi interface on Kiruma Hargos as it comes out once again to Piniam Hargos. To Gena now. Roxemo continues the run out wide. Closely watched by Medhane. Tries to get his way around him and bring across into the area. Medhane is standing firm. Back to Gena now Regasa. He must bring crosses into that box. They must try and give Okutu Emmanuel or Teshome Belachu something to think about. It's going to be hard as well to score through those kind of crosses because every time Mekelekai have possession out wide, Bekalu Genene and Daniel Deribe join the three central defenders, making it 5. And when you add Medhan Berhane, if it is on the opposite direction, it is still 5. And what is happening with Mekelekai is they only have Teshome Belachu and Okutu Emmanuel 4 options in there.
Yeah, I think the two players that you're talking about, Daniel Deribe and Medane Berhane, have actually been left off the leash. And they join the attack whenever the ball is on their side. Then one of them just drops back as a defender.
Binyambele floats one forward. The flag is staying down. Okutu Emmanuel and Adisalem Tesfaye had tried to clear his line. Suddenly, concede a throw-in. They love it. They love what they are seeing here. Their side is 2-0 up. And doing well as we get closer and closer to half-time. She's allowed into the box to Binyambele, who goes down. A challenge from Daniel Deribe has given away a penalty, and now a chance for Mekelekai to pull one back. Well thrown into the area, looked easy to clear. The Hawassa Katema Blue Shirts did not do so, and eventually it fell right in front of Daniel Deribe, who brought down Binyambele. It's a penalty.
It's a penalty. Goalmouth melee. You have to stay on your line and think it's Deribe just putting down Binyambele. Puts his foot right on Bele's left foot, and Bele is very, very intelligent. He just went down.
Because it wasn't the biggest of pushes, was it? Oh, Okutu Emmanuel stepping over this one. It's a huge opportunity for him and scores. It's 1-1. 2-1 actually for Hawassa. As Mekelekai get back into this game, it simply means we are in for a dramatic finish to this first half.
Oh, it's all about intelligence. Intelligence. He knows he's in control of the ball. He knows a little touch on him is going to go down. But that is too casual. That is too casual for Manuel Okutu. Had he not placed that ball with some power, Muntari was getting that one out.
3 goals in 38 minutes. It is 2-1 to Hawassa. It gives the neutrals a bit of hope, just like it gives the Mekelekai fans have a chance to quickly draw level. If they can do that in the first half, even better. And they know they are quite close now. And that also obviously raises a couple of nerves on this Hawassa side as they are looking for Birok Bayen, a big tackle. Ephraim Ashamo looking to go through as well. Now Regasa was watching. First tackle was actually off Alex Tesema, then Genenau Regasa came in with a second. 2 very crucial interceptions. Otherwise, Hawassa were looking for a break. Ephraim Ashamo again, trying to wound him again. Hailu gets the return ball eventually. And, another big missed chance. You can see what Mekelekai are trying to do, soaking in the pressure, and then having balls on both wings to try and bring in crosses into the center. Something Hawassa Ketema are struggling with at the moment.
Yeah, they have realized that Medane Birhane and Daniel Deribe are moving up to add numbers up front. So they are equally using out the spaces that have been left with the 2 wing backs to try and activate the attack. But on the contrary, Hawassa attacking with a lot of flair and a lot of speed because of the height that they have at the top. Mesfin Tefese Biruk and Ephraim Ashamo.
It's another free kick. A dangerous moment for Zerai Mulu's team. Now Gideon Hargos, he scored from this kind of distance before this season. And now he's looking to let fly past Muhammad Muntari. This goes in, what a half then we're having. Already enjoyed 3 goals, make it 4 before the break is a bit too much. Come on, the BetKing Ethiopian Premier League. Stop giving presents all the time. Which Mamo is the other. Wonder who of the two will strike this one. Here he comes. Jerome Hargos, good touch to it. There was a deflection hit there, but easily picked up again by Muhammad Muntari. Not giving spaces away, not giving chances will be vital for Hawassa Ketema now, who have the lead. And just to remind you, a big opportunity of going second. That incentive is just big enough, isn't it?
It's a huge one. And they will be just 1 point adrift of the current leader, St. George, on 27 points. Because they will go to 26 if they win.
Here they come again, looking for Teshome Belachu. Pressure clearance of Tsegasao Demamo. And finally, the Ghanaian Lawrence Latte goes into the referee's book. It's owned him twice already. Challenge on Adisu Atula this time.
He looks like he flew. There was no contact. He just was scared. Adisu Atula scored a crucial goal against Addis Ababa. I mean Adama, in a game that Mekalakia won by 1-0.
3 minutes on the clock. Binyam Bele standing over this one, just like Dawit Mamo. Here they come. It's Binyam Bele, and well, make your own conclusions from that. The main player in this Mekalakia side is struggling at the moment. We'll be very happy to have created the penalty, but certainly should have done better on that free kick. As we look at a confirmation of Okutu Emmanuel's conversion. Ahmad Montari will look at this replay and think he should have saved it. Or maybe I'm simply not giving Okutu enough credit. Anyway, here comes Adisu Atula. Back to Binyam Bele, closely watched by Daniel Deribe. Goes past the Hawassa captain, but certainly not past Tsegasao Demamo. They have shown signs that they actually can pick something from this game. This Mekalakia side, and here is the Showman, shot one into the area looking for Okutu, and again well defended. I think it was Lawrence Latte this time. Ondimagen Hailu. Under pressure from Girumu Hargos. Brings this one back to Tsegasao Demamo. Takes a long one forward looking for Biruk Beyene. Closely tracked by Alex Tesema. There seems to have been obstruction actually, the second official says, from Larry Emmanuel. That will be a Hawassa free kick. Quite surprising that he was closer to the action than we are.
Yeah, I think look at him impeding Biruk Beyene from progressing.
Larry Emmanuel making sure he has absolutely no arguments with the referees, having both his hands up in the air. Now, Daniel Deribe, could this be goal number 3? Brings this one into the area, and Clement Boy had let it roll past him. Very, very unlucky. There was a run out wide. And suddenly it was Adi Salem Tesfaye looking to score the second.
Oh, boy, should confirm. He should confirm that the ball is going out. And had that boy just hit the target, And you'll be talking of some other business.
Wrapping up the first half, Gilbert, your quick thoughts on this one. Just how good have Hawassa been?
Well, I think they've been very good on the break with quick, intricate passes in front of goal. They've utilized their pace on the wider areas properly. And of course, Mekhaleke have also made a very, very good comeback. They've not sat back. They've brought the game to the Hawassa side. So 50-50 for me.
Shamo, not sure he handled that ball. Certainly Biruk Semu thought so. Referee did not give the free kick as Adisu Achula tries to pick up the pieces and bring it forward. But just before that, there's another whistle, and that's a free kick this time. The final big chance of this first half seems to be going Johannes Saleh's side. We have a player on the ground. Looks to be Biruk, because he's the one who was leading the line at the time. But Ephraim Ashamo has had some great runs to try and cause trouble, but this time tried to defend against Stu. Did well at the beginning, but just didn't allow Adisu Achula to get away with possession. Into the final 60 seconds of the first half. Kenyan Pele standing over this one. Delivers a great one into the area. Lawrence Latte clears only as far as Ruk Peyene, closely watched by Alex Tesema. There's a return coming forward, and this time Muhammad Muntari quickly rushes off his line, even though he's under pressure really from Teshome Pelachu. Again, we haven't seen much of him, Teshome, but he's had so many runs off the ball, which also has a huge impact on the game. Sometimes it's just not about, keeping possession and having touches, being all over all the highlights. Sometimes it's just the movements you make off the ball. Nice Fentafese, striking this one, not good power behind it, easily picked up by Clement Boy. As now all eyes will turn to the referee. Biduk Semo. Under pressure from Wondi Mark and Hailu, takes a long one, looking for Okutu Emmanuel. Goes out wide, and Ahmad Muntari will be happy to block Okutu Emmanuel away from this one. The two West Africans, the two Ghanaians, having their own mini battle out there. I'm sure they'll have a laugh after this game, but it's gloomy faces for now between the two. One from Kayole, the other from Accra. Accra, the capital city. Oh, Accra and Kayole, according to members of the team here. But they're both from Ghana. As then we go in for the halftime break. Ahmad Muntari has had to pick the ball from his own net once, Clement Boy twice, as Johannes Saleh looks to quickly get back to level terms earlier on in the second half. Shall be back in 15 minutes. For now, Hawassa leading Mekhaleke by 2-1. Welcome back to the Dradawa International Stadium for the second half of the 108th fixture of the 2021-2022 BetKing Ethiopian Premier League. Serai Mulu's Hawassa are leading 2-1. Johannes Saleh and Mekele have all to do in the next 45. They will be praying that Clement Boy can keep it tight at the back so they do not concede goal number 3, as their target will be Muhammad Muntari. And the man at the center of today's action is Jonas Marcos. Very experienced man. He's being helped out by Mustafa Meki, Tawit Gebre, and Abaine Mulat. Semere Hafti joins us, replacing Genanau Regasa. And now Regasa obviously fresh from a long-term layoff. And will be very happy to have been granted those 45 minutes by Johannes Saleh.
Well, I think he's struggling with fitness. And just Saleh wanted to see what he can be able to give in the first half. Of course, they bring in another player who is always very, very swift on the left and right-hand side of the attack, Samir Hafte.
Diswatula looking for Dawit Mamo. Under pressure from Ephraim Ashamo. Long one looking for Binyam Bele. Tracked as well by Daniel Deribe. Sees Binyam given space to bring one into the area. This could be very dangerous. And Hawassa are doing everything to clear their lines. And in the process, Verhane causing a corner kick. Ali start then. Perfect to Mekele. This is what they're looking for. They need to be on the front foot very early on and quickly get back to level terms and maybe give themselves a chance of picking maximum points here. Disuatula to deliver this one into the area. It's good and high. As far as Semere Hafte, the second half substitute, can't control it. Goes out for an early goal kick. They will have to take their chances as early as they can.
I think that they're playing to their strength. They know that their strength is on the outside, their strength is on crosses, and their strength is also on the headers.
Oh, a big mistake from Muntari, and Semere Hafte has turned it in. Oh wow, what a start to the second half. The second half substitute was lacking inside the area, and the Ghanaian goalkeeper Muhammad Muntari wasn't aware. Tried to get past him, and it's been tucked in. 2-2. Drama alert. Oh wow. What was that?
It's all about pressure. It's all about pressure. Do not dilly-dally around with the ball. He's played it wide to Adisalem Tesfaye. Adisalem Tesfaye should have played it wide. He takes it back to the keeper. The keeper decides that he's turned from a keeper to a midfielder and makes a missed pass there. Wrong timing. And what a way for Samir Hafte just to come in. Barely 1 minute on the clock in the second half. And does exactly what he had been sent to do. Equalize.
It is the league that keeps giving. How unpredictable is the action out there? Just when we thought Mekele were going to huff and puff to try and get back into this game, Muhammad Muntari has handed them a gift. The festive season might be done, the gifts are still being handed out. 2-2, it is between Hawassa and Mekele. That was on a silver platter, and now here they come again with Okutu. Cleared by Lawrence Latte, comes as far as Bekalu, under pressure from Binyam Bele. They will start believing, and they will try to capitalize on those nerves inside the Hawassa defense now. Kutu out wide and trying to get himself a corner kick. That will not be the case. It will be a goal kick, but then what is start to the second half, Gilbert?
Oh, it's all about pressure. Play the long balls to Okutu. Occupy the half spaces where Girum Hagos and Adiso Atula are trying to operate from. Win the second balls and activate the attack again. Because if you don't score, keep on putting pressure, and that's exactly what Mekele is doing.
Fruk Beyene has a touch to Ephraim Ashamo, who is closely watched by Biruk Semu. Returns it to Clement Boy. Looking calm under pressure. Biruk Semu. Here they come again. Semere Hafte, the highest player for Mekele trying to get a run off for Kutu Emmanuel. It's been given away to Wondi Magenhailo, rushing through the center, picked up by Emmanuel Larry Saban. And then that's a foul again on the goal scorer. It's going to be a problem. Semere Hafte is a small man with so much pace, good technical ability on the ball, so every time he gets possession, could get himself a free kick.
Absolutely. They're swapped places with Samere Hafte with Teshome Belachu, who has dropped into the midfield, and allow Adisu Atula to play in the wider areas on the right. That's a tactical change, because they know Samere Hafte has got a lot of speed, and therefore any small flicker by Okutu Emmanuel behind the back four will definitely give them an opportunity to slam in the third one.
And you know who is going to take this one? There's only one man who can strike them from this kind of distance. Identical. Kerum Hargos, he's already had a chance, he did not convert. Here he comes. Kerum Hargos with good power behind it, straight into the wall. Looking for Binyam Bele for a return, and that will be a corner kick. Johannes Saleh will have dreamt of this exact start of the second half, and he's suddenly having it. Binyam into the area, looking for a crucial touch. It almost came off Saban. He headed it in Larry Emmanuel, and then there was a bit of a battle just ahead of Mohamed Muntari. A counter-attack is on the other side. Mesfin Tafese to Biruk Bayene. Now Daniel Deribe. Back to Biruk Bayene, just inside the Mekele box. Comes back to his captain, who floats a better one in, and there's a touch from Mesfin Tafese, just not good enough. Biruk has another touch, and Kerum Hargos has an even better one. Gives you a feel of a top of the table clash, this one, partly because of what both points would mean for either side. There's another one into the area, cleared by Alex Tesema this time. The captain goes to the ground, and the other touch coming off Dawit Mamo, just not good enough. Tesema leading again. Ondimagen to Daniel Deribe. This is Mesfin Tafese. Ondimagen looking for another touch. Giruma Hargos clearing everything that is coming Mekelekaya's way. Two-one in the first half. 2-2, 51 minutes on the clock. Goals galore. Thank you for joining us. We hope everyone is enjoying this fixture. And you can as well send us your side of the story. Ethiopian_Premier League is the hashtag.
It's all about intensity. 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 No, push your adrenaline levels so high up. That header by none other than Larry, just finding Samere again in the mix, but this time round Mohamed Muntari on the spot.
Nkutu has a touch. Teshome has another. This is Binyam. Can't go past Larry. Maslati actually. A Ghanaian central defender. It's been brought to the center with Wondi Magen Hailu. Now Daniel Deribe. Here's a short one to Mesfin Tafese. A couple of blue shots as an option. Mesfin Tafese trying to run through to Daniel Deribe, trying to bring across into the area. Both not successful. Here's Mesfin again. Looking for Wondi Magen. Now Samere Hafti on the other side. He's got to find a way around Medhane Birhane. That won't be easy as Wondi Magen Hailu joins the party again. Bekalu. Oh, what a ball then. Stopped by Binyam Beledo. Chance for him to try and come forward. There's a couple of Mekelekaya players giving him support, including Okuchu. Goes past one and can't go past the second. Dealing with possession as well, the Mekelekaya back four. Giving it away to Hawassa with their captain Daniel Deribe on the attack. Chance to bring another one into the area, and they actually went for goal. Mesfin Tafese decided to go for goal, and that has been punched away by Clement Boy. Yeah, very unpredictable, the youngster.
It's a tricky one. It's a very, very tricky one. Mesfin Tafese, you don't know whether he was trying to score or wanting to go direct, but very good response.
This is brought in again by Deribe. Taken out by Okuchu. Another player on the ground. The referee still playing this one on. Goes back to Daniel Deribe. The Mekelekaya players will not be happy if this ends up into a goal. Bekalu floats one in, looking for Wondi Magen Hailu, and that is a very crucial touch from Dawit Mamo, who eventually finds Binyam Bele. Player on the ground was Girum Hargos. He's now up and fine. Chance to bring another one forward for Okuchu. And again, a misplaced pass that will go as far as Muntari. Up to now, Girum Hargos is still struggling. Actually goes down now. He's hoping for the attention from the referee. That was never given. Now this is a big worry. He always starts and always finishes matches. Jeromo Hargos, such an important component to how Johannes Sale likes setting up his sides.
Yeah, he provides very good cover, especially for the back four. And of course, he's very good in activating. Don't forget that he's also a dead ball specialist. Now that would definitely prove some worry for Johannes Sale on the dugout.
Hawassa on target. Good strike then from Mesfi Interface, trying to get Clement Boy off his feet. Off his feet he went. And suddenly kept it at 2-2. Now we're going to have goal number 5. It is a match day 14 that had just 8 goals before this kickoff. And now we are up to 12. One-all draw between Bahirda and Sebeta Ketema, followed by another one-all draw between Ethiopia and Buna and Fasil Kenema. Before today's 3-1 victory for Adama over Dredawa. Goals everywhere. Medhane. Mefre Mashamo gives him a return and then continues with the run out wide. Supposed to come through the center with Bekaru Genene. Out wide to Mesfi Interface. Can he float this one in the box? Yes, he can. Can it be turned in? Not. It suddenly can't happen. Still Hawassa. Bekaru. Medhane. That's very good defensive work eventually from Adisu Atula. And Sally watches on, and it's a penalty! Wow, surprise, surprise! The clearance from Mekalakai wasn't good enough, and that seemed to have come off Biruk Semu. The referee has quickly pointed to the penalty spot. This league, these games, anything can happen, and that comes with a yellow card to Larry Emmanuel Saban. The crestfallen player is Biruk Semu, because it seems it's him who did not manage his clearance just right. And they just got into the game, and now Johannes Sale knows they could be back at 3-2, a struggle to get on top of the mountain. That will not come easy now. Oh, actually did not involve. Biruk Semu as well had a touch. Not sure that yellow card should have been going to Larry Emmanuel Saban. It probably should be going to Biruk Semu. He had the real touch on his hand. And now the chance has been handed to Mesfi Interface. Here he comes. Mesfi! Goal number 5 of the campaign for the youngster. As Hawassa Ketema takes the lead again here in Dredawa this evening. As it stands, is a 5-goal thriller.
Well, it was coming. It was coming because both sides decided to go into the offense. Of course, when you have goal-marked melees, you'll definitely find yourself in trouble. And at this particular point, there's a good touch there by Ephraim Ashamo. That ball looks like it went off Larry. Then, yeah, Larry's chest.
Came off Larry's chest, it looks, then off the hand of Biruk Semu. But it is Larry who has gotten a yellow card instead. They will revisit that, I'm sure, in the commission later. They will be deciding on whether that yellow card stands. But it is 3-2 for Hawassa. Now we have 3 players on the ground. And one of those, surprise, surprise, is Biruk Semu.
It was an interesting one. Those 2 players going for each other. Bekalu Ginene.
That came off the chest of Larry Saban. Let's look at it again. Off the chest of Larry Saban. And then, I'm not even sure, it came off the hand of Biruk Semu as well.
It didn't.
Oh. Jonas Marcos, the man at the center of today's action, is now under the spotlight. As you look at a new celebration in the league. Can you make anything out of this one, Gilbert?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Chasing the ball, which he doesn't get to, and then trips right before that. Should be a free kick. This Fintafese, that's pretending to lie to the referee.
Well, we have to look for a name to give to that dance.
Yeah. Maybe the ball chasing celebration introduced by Mesfin Tafese in 2022. And the history books will say it was introduced in Dredawa. It's a one-man wall. This is Binyam Pele floating one into the area. Muntari closely watching it. He has been let off the hook. Muhammad Muntari, having given away the second goal, he's in his side score again. Now he's got to be a bit more careful. A shot stopper from Ghana. Certainly one of the best goalkeepers in the Betking Ethiopian Premier League. How solid has he been alongside the likes of Charles Lukwago? And you can obviously bring the likes of Freo Getahun in there as well. And Samake Mikaya. There's a poll earlier on today online that I suddenly did see. The Ethiopian football fans competing on who so far is the best goalkeeper. Ahmed Muntari was one of those, Samake Mikhail the other, and Charles Lukwago. There's St. George, Fasil Kenema, and obviously Hawassa. The three top sides currently in the standings. Kelekaya looking to make more changes. Withdrawing Teshome Belachu. Introducing Abel Negash. It's Emere Hafti and Abel Negash. It simply means that Johannes Saleh has freshened up two of the three. Which means Kutu Emmanuel is the only one who started the game in the attackers out there now.
I think it's more firepower because Abel Negash has the one goal to his credit.
Here he comes again, Kiro Mahargos. He will continue probing until he finds the back of the net. It's a shorter one this time, brought into the area, and there was a touch. The players will be a bit worried. There was a chance given to Abel Negash, the man who's just come on. Ephraim Ashamo. Rukbeyene trying to return this one to Ephraim again. It's a challenge in there from Adisu Atula. He's calling for the ball to be Mekelekaya's. That won't be the call from the referee suddenly. And now we're gone. Medhane. And that is a clearance from Dawit Bamo, returning it to his own goalkeeper. The fact that Clement Boy has picked it up, it looks an excellent back pass.
It's a good one. Of course, activating attack from the front, winning the second balls from Negash and just trying to activate the attack.
Well, Negash continues with his run through the center, joining Semere Hafte. Spiniambele tries to run rings out wide, stopped by Mesfin Tafese, a big striker coming back to contribute defensively. It's now delicately balanced, Gilbert.
It is, and Hawassa are smelling the coffee here. They know that a win for them will definitely push them to second position on 26 points, just one shot from Kidus Georgis, who is sitting at the top of that table with 27 points.
Yep, St. George will play Arba Minch. That is their next fixture. It's live here on your World of Champions tomorrow. Before that will be Sidama up against Addis Ababa. Mesfin, the pressure as well from Abel Negash. Now Biruk Beyene pushing and shoving with Alex Tesema. Captain eventually picks up possession. It's back to Dawit. It's given space to have this one roll out as they reorganize themselves through the midfield. Ondima again, Hailu is on the ground. referee is playing this one on, and Mekhalekaya are happy to oblige. Here they come. It's Biruksemu. He's got support right out of him with Adisu Achula. Biruksemu didn't continue with the run and was pulled back by Medhane Birhane.
But any time that these Mekhalekaya players are accelerating, they are in top speed. Top speed. Of course, there's been very good recoveries from both Medhane Birhane and, of course, on the right-hand side, Mesfin Tefese.
There is 27 fouls so far in this game. Hawassa have the higher number, which is why we have this free kick that will be delivered by Adisu Achula. Here he comes, Adisu. Takes a shorter one into the area, almost missing everyone, and then falling to Okutu. It's a good power behind it.
It's becoming very, very difficult for most of the teams to defend crosses. Of course, the strikers just not being sharp enough. Okutu in that instance had an opportunity to control the ball and send the ball into the net. But again, he was hasty.
Adisu Achula through the center, looking for Samere Hafte. Going in for a huge challenge that came off Tsegase Odemamo. Quite dangerous. Tsegase will be very lucky he got to the ball first. Another man on the ground as Medhan Berhane tries to defend on the extreme end. Almost picked up by Biruk again. Now there's time to pay a bit of attention. I think it's the youngster again on the Magen Hailu. Second time he's down in a few minutes, and that is because I'm not happy with Binyambele.
And you know, they're doing it right in front of the referee. That's total indiscipline. Total indiscipline at this level. It's not necessary at all. Binyam has played in some top leagues in Asia, and he should be a very, very responsible player.
The first Ethiopian to play in the Europa League. Binyambele, that will be a statistic that he certainly will love and keep for a long while. Obviously, the Ethiopian football fans do know they will have huge opportunities in the future to have players playing either in the Europa League or the Champions League. Just like we said the other day, they have a couple of interesting youngsters currently playing in Europe. One of those is a 16-year-old, Brooke Alemu, playing at Bayern Munich in the under-17. We also have Malcolm, who currently plays at Liverpool. The future is simply bright for those who love the game in the Horn of Africa. As Binyam goes into the referee's book. That was the first challenge, and then he had the second challenge. And then Binyam came in with so much anger. Not sure why. The youngster actually had kept calm at the beginning. That is why the referee has decided to caution Binyam. Skirum Hargos looking for Abel Negash, closely watched by Daniel Deribe. Negash does well to have this one under control and then float one into the box. Absolutely no one. You've got to try and rush those, and suddenly through always find Okutu. He's a tall lad. And on the Magen as well goes into the referee's book for that scuffle he had with Binyambele. Now both have got to be careful, especially this youngster who's got to control his anger in situations like this.
Well, he needs to know that football, moving forward, he has the potential of playing in some higher leagues out of this country. And he should know that it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy for him. And his temperament is going to be of essence in his life as he moves forward.
Keep calm, pass the rule. Keep it 11 up against 11. That's an even more important rule. Girum Hargos to Adisu Achula. The return is to Okutu. On to Ruksemo. Brings a better one into the area. That won't be a problem for Mohamed Muntari. Though he was under some pressure from Samira Hafti.
Well, it calls on a lot of character from a goalkeeper who's just filled a funny goal. Of course, his team helping him out by scoring the third one, therefore bringing back his confidence levels.
(1938), the year Mekele were formed, making them the second oldest club, so the second most successful. Originally called Machal FC, up against the Hawassa side that was formed back in 1970, and have won it twice. Last time they won it, they had the Usaina coach Muluketa Mikret was the captain. He finds his Hadia side now in 10th position ahead of today's kickoff. The two teams have played 28 matches before today's game. Hawassa winning 12 of those, 7 going to Mekelekaya. Mekelekaya hoping to make that 8. Hawassa looking to make that 13. As the battles do continue out there, and obviously the temperatures continue dropping. Perfect news for those down on the field.
Well, it was no over. A good delivery by Deribe. And of course, somebody coming from the back post, that is Salem Tesfaye, with a good header, pointing it down. It was not gone yet when Imagen claiming a penalty, and Biruk Beyene steps up to score. And on the other side again, Deribe falling, Binyam Bile, and Okutu steps out at least to get the consolation goal. But again, this miscalculation by goalkeeper Mohamed Muntari gives them an opportunity to go second. Again, it was not done yet. The guys on the stand were waiting for that one moment. Biruk Biene just put the ball away for a lead of 3-2. 5 goals in 70 minutes with only 20 to go.
The thick of the action, Larry Emmanuel Saban. Ruksemo brings one forward. They do allow, not quite bounce, he said, that area. Semere Hafti was running it, but then he was closely watched by Sagasa Odemamo. It is Giordano Sabay, a 3-time top scorer of the BetKing Ethiopian Premier League. He's the assistant on this Mekelekaya side, and I think I talked about it in the first half. He's the one always on the touchline. Bit of a tactic employed by Johannes Saleh, always takes his seat and allows the assistant to command. As it stands, the commands are not coming through as comfortably as they prefer. Alex Tesema forced to come back to Clement Boy. It's a long one looking for Wabil Negash, a bit too long. Daniel Deribe was striking back, and that could have been a big opportunity because he had so much space behind him. They're loving it. They've got their boss on a poster, trying to show him the support he's got from the stands. So Raimulu is enjoying it. He's enjoying the campaign. As this comes to the edge of it, and that is a handball from Lawrence Latte, who already has a yellow card. And that is the second, and it's red for the Ghanaian. Nsanali shower, and it means Hawassa Ketema now a man down. What a chance this one is going to be now for Mekelekaya. What on earth was Lawrence Latte doing?
I think he must have been in the stands when Fireo Getahun did the same in the last game that we saw.
This is a freak moment, and certainly one that will have a huge impact on this game. A long ball coming to the edge of the area. Lawrence Latte had Medhane Birhane for support behind him. And he also had Adisalem Tesfaye. He did not have to do that. But again, he had a split second to think about it, unlike us who have the benefit of replay. And now we'll join the rest of the fans up. Wow, what an opportunity then for Johannes Saleh. We still have 16 minutes to play here. And can Mekele capitalize on the man's advantage they've got? First things first, they have a free kick at the edge of that box. Peniam Bele standing over it. One mistake from Muhammad Muntari, the other from Lawrence Latte. Zerai Mulu, who just said has been enjoying this run, is a man under pressure. Biniam. It's a six-man wall, make that seven, including Ephraim Ashama, who is on the ground. Hargos is in there as well. Here he comes. Peniam Bele struggles to get it past the wall. Hargos still preparing to give him support. Kelekaya looking to not lose possession in these kind of spaces. They're the team that need to quickly get back into this game. Sabat to Adisu Atula, floating another one into the box. Semere after jumping highest. Montari quickly off his line to try and stop the trouble being started by Okutu Emmanuel. That red card now means a reorganization in the back for Hawassa.
Yeah, they were preparing a defender in Sekap, Johannes, and that man just stopped the coach from progressing with his substitution. Therefore, they have to reorganize that defense.
Mekelekaya know they have the advantage. This is Abel Negash. Going past two, not managing to beat the third. Bekalu Genene picks it up. Back to Daniel Deribe. Floating one forward, looking for Mesfin Tafese. Tesema. To Abel Negash. Daniel Deribe tracks him back. He's given space to bring this one in. Semere Hafte had a chance but took it with his left foot just inside the box. That is really laxity in defending for the men in blue as it's floated in again. Looking for Semere Hafte, and this time Adi Salem Tesfaye clears better. Sol Mekelekaya, they're looking to shoot down Hawassa, the defense forces side. This Watula brings in another one. Crucial touch, this time coming off Tsegaseu Demamu. He's going to have a long evening, you know. He has a few more minutes on the clock and he knows that Mekelekaya now are attacking as a possessed team. How would Mekelekaya capitalize on that though?
Well, I think just a question of pushing forward more men and ensuring that the balls are going on the outside. And of course, as soon as it goes out, then you have to bring a proper cross. Put pressure on that back four.
Lawrence Latte watches on as Mekelekaya pushed on. Biruksemu watched by Ephraim Ashamo. Adisu Atula. Biruksemu did continue with his run. And he's trying to get a crucial touch in there. That suddenly seemed to have come off Adisalem Tesfaye. Wasn't that really supposed to be a corner, Gilbert?
That needs to be a corner. A good run on the outside by Biruksemu. Again, the first assistant, Stefan Meki. That cannot qualify to be an Armando, hand of God. Can't. The hand was too high. And I'm not sure why he had to do that, because the goalkeeper was right behind him.
Serai Mulu, well, no, he has A central defender who as well could become a goalkeeper later on in the tournament, Lawrence Latte. He knows if they lose this game, most of those up in the stands will suddenly blame him. Quite unfortunate for a man who really has defended so well, in rock solid in that blue wall at the back. But, the reaction now is from Hawassa. They are bringing on 3 players at once. Jacob Johannes is certainly one of those. Daniel Deribe, the captain, who has been playing right back, he's one of those coming off fast. Ephraim Ashamo is the other player coming off. Trying to reorganize his side, and they can suddenly see out the closing minutes of this one. Tubare Kefemo comes into play up front. Also bring on Abdur Basit Kemal. He's coming on to make sure he adds more firepower through the midfield, and he'll be replacing Biruk Beyene.
I think that reorganization, Medani will play on the left-hand side of the defense, Adi Salem and Sigao Demamu as the 2 central defenders, and of course Segab Yohannes will play on the right-hand side of the defense. So he's going with a back 4, of course with limited numbers up front because of the elimination of Lawrence Larte.
Tebare Kefemo having his first touch, not a good one. Alex Tesema will have an opportunity to command his forces to come forward again. Girum to Saban. This is Biruk. Tries to come through the center of pressure from Bekalu Genene. Back to Girum. There's so much tension out there as we go into the final 9 minutes. Can Hawassa hold out and make sure they pick 3 points, a crucial 3 points here? Ruxemo coming into the area. That's a crucial clearance coming in from Segaseo Demamo, and it's a penalty. Oh wow! Oh wow! How much drama does this game have? Segab Yohannes, fresh off the bench, and seems to have picked up a yellow card. But Segaseo Demamo seemed the player who had gone in for the earlier challenge. It comes in, Okuchu goes up in the air, and Segaseo Demamo obstructed him from jumping.
It's clear. It's very, very clear. You're impeding a striker from progressing, and an opportunity by Okutu just to tie this game. Whoever is going to take that one's going to be under a lot of pressure.
It's Binyam Bele. It's already missed a penalty this season, Binyam Bele. Now he has Muhammad Muntari to beat. Muhammad Muntari has made a huge mistake in today's game. Can he become the hero eventually? It's a yellow card to Muntari, who was told repetitively by the referee to stay on the line, and was not standing on his line, and partly because of that he's picked up a yellow card and he's not coming down. That'll be a bit of trouble. Sarai Mulu is urging him to return to his goal line, and Muhammad Muntari actually goes down to the ground now. You can see what the argument is between him and the referee. There's tension out there. And suddenly, we are hoping there's no other red card, because then it will be 11 up against 9. So that delay now being given to Binyam Bele. He's got more time now to think about it. Could change his mind.
Yeah. I think this game has just been a game of mistakes. Game of mistakes because of the intensity coming from both sides. None of these teams has sat back. They put pressure on either side of the divide. And whenever there is a goal mouth melee in your own half, the chances are that you could easily make a mistake. And we've seen both mistakes on both sides.
And as we wait for the treatment on Muhammad Muntari, Binyam Bele is still practicing with the ball alongside Samiri Hafti. Yeah, clearly a penalty. Very good call then from Jonas Marcos. And Zerai Mulu knows it. 3 points could easily turn to 1 with just minutes on the clock. What a chance for them to go second. Now it's hanging in the balance. But Binyam Bele, even then, first has to convert.
Well, they will still go second on 24 points. But of course, they would have wanted to get 26 points maximum.
Get closer and closer to St. George. Kutu showing off the skills as he prepares for Montari to get ready.
I'm sorry. Please, you have to be yellow card. In another decision, we will yellow the second red. I'm sorry.
Binyam Bele steps forward. The referee gives him more instructions to the goalkeeper, Muntari. Playing mind games. A big man from Ghana. Yeah, Binyam Bele seemed to suggest that Muntari had moved off the line. Not sure that will count. We have 3 minutes on the clock now. What a hero he will be if this one stays this way. Okutu battling with 2, trying to keep possession with Binyam Bele. It's been picked up by Hawassa now. Oh, looking for Mesfin Tafese, closely tracked by Dawit Mamo. Now they will start believing Hawassa. They will start believing they can lock out this Mekele side for the final few minutes. Bekalo. Short one. Looking for Tebarek. This is Wandi Margen. Gets it back to Tebarek, and now they're running into the area. They're looking for a touch, and it's another handball. Another penalty. Alex Tesema handled that one. And fresh from Muhammad Muntari's save, now Hawassa have a chance to get it past Clement Boy on the opposite side. What on earth is happening in Dredawa? How much drama is in the BetKing Ethiopian Premier League?
Well, it's penalty drama. It's penalty drama. It's all about pressure. It's all about pressure. Good run again from Tebarek. And that is a clear one. That is a clear one. There's no complaint from the captain himself.
There's a bit of a disagreement on who should take the penalty. It has officially been given to Tebarek Efemo, the man who caused it anyway, but still the battle goes on alongside Adisalem Tesfaye. And Tebarek Efemo has walked away, giving the ball to Adisalem. Here he comes, stepping up, and it's saved! Clement Boy steps hard. stands firm and punches that one away. And Tabarek Kefemo is wondering why he never was given that kick. Now the solemn test fight saved.
This is just drama. It's just drama. It's just drama.
If you go to the kitchen to pick a cup of buna, you will miss too much. Now this is throated into the area. Tabarek Kefemo has a touch. Kirum Hargos has another. And Adi Salem Tesfaye, fresh from missing a penalty, clears his lines. Oh wow. There will be a discussion after this game, I'm very sure, between Adi Salem Tesfaye and Tabarek Kefemo.
Well, I think even in training, even in team discussions, is that if you get the first penalty, a certain player is going to take it. You get the second one, a certain player is going to take it. So I'm not sure why Tabarek decided that he also wanted to be in the mix. This would have been a close chapter had they scored. 5 minutes of pensive moments.
And now Mekelekhaya have a free kick on the other side. A chance to try and make it 3-3. Oh, what a moment this one should be. The captain has missed. Clement Boy saved. And if Mekelekhaya score now, that is probably going to be the most dramatic 10 minutes you've ever watched in the BetKing Ethiopian Premier League. Adisu Watula standing over this one. 5 minutes on the clock, delivers it into the area. That is headed out. It was Tabarek Kefemo actually. A minute and a half of the 5 gone. Tabarek was trying to have a touch. Comes to Wondimagen Hailu again. She's made Hane Birhane. Floating one forward looking for Tabarek. But he hadn't made the run. It's picked up by Clement Boy. Just to remind you, Mekelekhaya have a man more. Kenyam Bele and Adi Salem Tesfaye both stepping out as Muhammad Muntari and Clement Boy served respectively. Smithfin to Wondimagen. Tabarek can't keep it. Comes to Abel Negash. It's forward for Semere Hafti. It won't be a problem for Muhammad Muntari, who now knows he just has 2 minutes and a half to hold on and pick something from this game. Something that would be maximum points. Everyone in Hawassa must be watching.